This Florida swamp footage left experts speechless. A trail camera captured something in the Everglades that should not exist, and when researchers saw it, they couldn't believe what they were watching. What it revealed changes everything we thought we knew about the python invasion. The silence before the storm. For 2 decades, the Everglades has been dying. Raccoon populations down 99.3%. Opossums down 98.9%. Bobcats fallen 87.5%. These aren't estimates. These are verified counts from a 2012 study. Biologists describe the change in one word: silence. They used to stop for turtles crossing, rabbits in headlights, constant rustling. Now, nothing. Miles of empty trails, just wind and water. The Burmese python did this. An estimated 300,000 of them ate the buffet clean. But here's the deal. Scientists predicted this collapse. What they didn't predict was what would happen after the food ran out. Trail cameras throughout the Everglades record biodiversity. For 5 years, mostly empty frames, waving grass, shadows. But in late 2023, the footage started changing. What the cameras caught. The first clip came from a camera positioned near a tree island in the southern Everglades. The timestamp read 3:47 a.m. The infrared mode was active, turning everything into shades of gray and white. And there, moving through the frame, was a python. A big one, maybe 14 feet. Nothing unusual about that. Then something else entered the frame, fast, low to the ground. The python's head snapped around, but it was too late. In 3 seconds, the fight was over. When researchers zoomed in and played it back frame by frame, they saw what had happened. A native Florida panther, one of the rarest predators in North America, had just ambushed and killed a Burmese python. The panther didn't eat it. It cached it, covered the body with leaves and debris, marking it as a future meal. This wasn't defensive behavior. This was hunting behavior. The panther was treating the python as prey. The scientific community went silent when this footage circulated. Florida panthers are critically endangered. Less than 200 exist in the wild. They're ghosts. Sightings are rare. Documented predation events even rarer. And now, here was footage of one actively hunting an invasive apex predator that outweighs it by 50 pounds. But that was just the beginning. The Bobcat Rebellion. 2 months later, another camera captured something stranger. A male bobcat, 25 pounds, stalking through grass. It froze, crouched, then launched at a coiled python. The python was over 50 pounds. The fight lasted 90 seconds. The bobcat targeted the head with surgical precision. When it was over, the python was dead, decapitated. Researchers named this bobcat Loki. Over 6 months, he appeared in 14 clips. In 11 of them, he was stalking, fighting, or eating pythons. He'd developed a technique: target the head, avoid the body, strike fast. Then came the footage that left everyone speechless. A camera caught Loki approaching a massive female coiled around her eggs. She was 100 pounds. Loki circled for 4 minutes. The python struck twice. Loki dodged. Then he did something incredible. He targeted the eggs, grabbed one, crushed it, retreated. The python lunged. Loki dodged. He came back for another. The footage shows this pattern for 20 minutes. By the end, he'd destroyed 23 eggs. An entire generation eliminated by a 25-pound cat. One researcher from the University of Florida said it plainly: "We're watching evolution in real time. The native predators are learning." But here's where it gets wild. What if this isn't just learning? What if it's communication? The theory nobody wants to say out loud: bobcats are solitary. They don't hunt in packs. They don't teach each other. At least, that's what we thought. But footage from multiple locations shows similar behavior. Different bobcats. Same technique. One biologist, speaking off the record, suggested something wild. What if they're sharing information? Through observation, through scent marking, through behavior. Crows learn which humans are dangerous. Dolphins teach their young to use tools. Why couldn't bobcats develop a shared strategy when facing an existential threat? Leaked footage reportedly shows multiple bobcats taking turns harassing a single python over several hours. Almost like coordination. Researchers won't confirm it publicly. But privately? They're stunned. And it's not just bobcats. Alligators are getting in on it too. The alligator advantage. Alligators were always the original apex predator of the Everglades. They've been here for millions of years. When the pythons arrived, there was a question. Who wins in a fight? A 15-foot gator or a 15-foot python? Turns out, it depends on the situation. In open water, the gator wins every time. On land, it's a toss-up. But recent footage is showing something new. Gators are learning where pythons nest, and they're raiding those nests. A camera positioned near a canal captured an 11-foot alligator methodically destroying a python nest. It didn't eat the eggs. It crushed them. All of them. Then it waited nearby, partially submerged. When the mother python returned, the gator ambushed her in the water and drowned her. This is problem-solving behavior. This is strategic thinking. And it's happening across multiple locations with different individual alligators. The footage suggests that Florida's native apex predator is adapting to the invasion faster than anyone predicted. But while the predators are learning, another threat is spreading. One that doesn't care about territorial disputes or clever hunting tactics. One that kills indiscriminately. The invisible plague. While predators fight back, another threat spreads. Researchers started finding dead native snakes, garter snakes, pygmy rattlesnakes. No trauma, just dead. Necropsies revealed the cause. Their lungs were packed with parasitic worms, Rhyliatiella orientalis, the snake lungworm, a parasite that hitchhiked inside pythons and now spreads through the native ecosystem. The pythons carry it, but don't die. Native species have zero immunity. The worm tunnels into lungs, feeds on tissue, suffocates them. In final stages, worms crawl out of mouths as snakes gasp for air. The parasite is spreading north faster than pythons. It doesn't need them anymore. It cycles through frogs, lizards, insects. Any snake eating an infected frog becomes a host. At least 18 native species are infected. Jacksonville to the Keys. No cure, no treatment. One species shows resistance. The Florida cottonmouth. Nobody understands why. Is their blood the cure? The three-way war. The footage shows a war on 3 fronts. Pythons are the invaders. Native predators are fighting back. The parasite is killing everything with scales. Bobcats destroy python nests. Alligators drown adults. But for every python killed, the parasite infects 10 more native snakes. The ecosystem isn't recovering, it's transforming. Some researchers call this the Everglades rebellion. Native species mounting a counterattack. It's messy, brutal, outcome uncertain.